Hello, everybody. It is Joey Nohana, along with Tyson Touloud.
Hey, everybody.
Who's got a lot of alcohol in his system.
Not necessarily.
Along with Anthony Caruso to my right, who doesn't have any alcohol in his system.
Define a lot.
He had a blue moon.
I had two. The fucking bar. I didn't even ask for a second one. She gave me a second one.
Wow.
A lot of people would be impressed with that service, but I only wanted one. I didn't want to. Although she didn't charge me for it, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want that second one, so fuck her.
Wow.
I gave her a nice tip though, because she was very nice.
I had two as well.
Can't believe you. You complained about another blue moon.
I also had a Shirley Temple. It was one of the rocks. It was awesome.
Well, falconerror.podbean.com, facebook.com/falconerrorcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to. And if you didn't know, me and Anthony just uploaded our New Japan and Stardom shows. If you'd like to check those out, if you are into Japanese all-women's wrestling and Japanese wrestling
In general, yeah.
And if you don't know anything about Japanese wrestling, I would recommend the Taichi and Taka Michinoku match. It was 5,000 stars.
Yes. Nah, dude. 5,003.
5,003 stars.
And if you don't know anything about women, they're funny. So
Thank you. So, we just finished watching NXT Takeover Chicago. And let's be completely honest, okay? The last match, which I'm surprised went last, was the ladder match. Which was, in fact, the worst show, or the worst match on the card this whole night.
I mean, it had exciting bits to it, but when it comes to, like, psychology and when it comes to, you know, not looking like a fucking moron, this match was pretty shit.
So we just finished watching it maybe about 5 minutes ago, and it's 11:23 p.m., but here's the thing. Ladder matches make people look very, very stupid.
Why do wrestlers have such an inability
To climb a ladder.
Yeah.
So, by the years, okay, the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that ladder matches make guys look very stupid because they climb the ladder at a very alarmingly slow rate.
I understand the psychology of it. They're
it
trying
looks
to
very
They're trying to drag
stupid.
out the drama and not look so easy. But if you're gonna climb it slow, like, get hit beforehand. Don't be like knock someone down and then take forever to climb the ladder and have your fucking other buddy hold the ladder for you.
This was so stupid
Yeah.
on so many different fucking levels. Like, I can't even stress the fact that ladder matches make guys look very dumb. And back in the day when I was a kid, it was cool, and even I was excited about this match.
Yeah.
But
You can still have a
it,
good ladder match, but don't be fucking stupid about it.
these guys were very stupid. Okay, AOP looked
Were
very retarded
morons.
in this fucking
morons.
matchup. This was very dumb, and like I said, this was the only match on the card that gets a fucking thumbs down from me, but
guys, there's definitely like 6, 7 apiece. There's no way they can climb a 12-foot ladder.
are you
like,
talking
quickly.
so softly?
I don't
Talk
know
like a man.
I don't know what you mean.
Anyways, what did you say?
I said that being so tall, I mean, like, you would think they'd be able to climb a ladder fast, but they totally can't. It's 12 feet high, so.
They were afraid to climb the ladder,
Yeah.
dude. They were deathly terrified.
They
to
were
climb
so afraid to
ladder.
climb the ladder until it came down to the end of the match,
Right?
and they climbed that shit and, like.
They went up there like no one's been. Like
2/10 of a
Quicksilver.
second,
They
yeah.
were up there like alarmingly quick,
I
okay?
mean, it's a tall ladder. I'd be afraid too, so. You know, whatever.
Anyways, what a dickhead. The first match on the card, I suppose. We didn't.
Well, we might as well just finish reviewing the whole main event.
The ladder match? No, we'll get there. We'll
We-
build the tension.
We already talked about it.
No, we'll build the tension.
We might as
We'll
well.
do this-
We're already there.
Do this in chronological order. No, we're doing it in chronological order,
Oh,
okay?
poo.
Fuck you guys. Oh, by the way, we didn't see Adam Cole in this event.
I thought for sure, 1,005% sure that Adam Cole was going to be shown in the crowd.
Not even a mention.
Not
no
even a
mention.
mention.
Not even an appearance. They showed the people in the crowd for the event, and it was The most I marked for was Pat Patterson hanging out with Sami Zayn.
It's because the details haven't been finalized yet. He'll be there. Rest assured, he'll be there.
Anthony Caruso was so hell bent on watching Adam Cole sitting in the crowd.
I thought that was the reason I wanted to watch this show, just to see him fucking smiling, sitting in the crowd in a suit.
Joke's on you.
Didn't happen, brother.
Sorry.
There were more important things to do, like break up DIY, the dumbest tag team on the fucking earth.
Nah, dude, they're not as dumb as AOP.
Oh, AOP's stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, DIY actually wasn't as dumb.
For a couple of authors, they're pretty fucking dumb.
Stick to writing books, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, well, NXT TakeOver Chicago. First match on this card was Eric Young versus Roderick Strong. So Roddy comes out, takes out Wolf and Dane from the start. So smart man on his part. You know, taking out the two guys that have been getting involved in literally every match ever for Eric Young, except for that cage match. No, wait, they got involved in that match too. I'm sorry. So the crowd was very, very hot, and I noted in this matchup, this was the theme for the rest of the show. This crowd was very, very hot.
It's a Chicago crowd. Of course they're going to be hot.
Very, very into every match.
Was it a deep dish crowd?
All right. Crowd was really hot. So Roddy sends Eric to the outside, beats on him for a bit until Eric takes over on a backdrop. Strong kicks Young to the outside, drop kicks Wolf, and then for some reason gets run over by Killian Dane on the outside. And what do you know? The ref didn't see it.
Yeah, because conveniently, he turned down to Eric Young to see if he was okay.
God, I hate referees.
Yeah.
I hate refs.
Because even though he didn't see what was going on. He saw what was going on before. He saw that Killian Dane tried to clothesline him, and he didn't think to maybe keep his eyes on where the action might be, where the disqualification might happen.
Nope.
He needs to go back to ref school.
Not a chance, because this is wrestling, and the refs are fucking stupid. Good thing we watched New Japan, because we wouldn't have anything else to add on to this. So Young takes over on offense, stretches Roddy for a bit with his neck.
So who's worse, fucking Drake Wirtz or Marty Asami?
Well, I don't think anyone tops Marty. Marty's on Marty's the ace of awful fucking officiating.
Just every time I think of Marty Asami, I just think of that fucking that slow, was it Kushida that kicked him
when he got barely
super
grazed.
Slow kick and he was out for like 5 minutes.
If you want to see terrible officiating, watch New Japan. It's the shits. The wrestling's amazing. The officiating is terrible. So Young takes over on offense, stretches Roddy for a bit with his neck against the ropes, then puts him in a headlock. So good on him. Good wrestling maneuver. Strong hits a backbreaker and a front slam for only for a 2 count. Strong hits a back. Oh, I just said that. Young hits a wheelbarrow neckbreaker on the outside. Sanity tries to interfere when Roddy starts gaining momentum, but Strong kicks both of them off the ropes. So Roderick Strong maintaining the outside interference quite well during this matchup. He was not going to be denied this victory against Eric Young. Strong knees Young, knocks him off the turnbuckle, landing him on his buddies for the outside. Then he hits a high knee into a fucking End of Heartache. The End of Heartache is back.
You know, I thought that they weren't going to let him do it, but I was very pleasantly surprised that this.
He did the deal.
They saved it for a big match.
I'm so fucking glad that the End of Heartache is back, because now that Drew McIntyre does the sick kick,
yeah,
Roddy has nothing to go to. So what does he have to go to? God, I don't know, a suplex into a backbreaker. Yeah. So I'm glad, because I thought they took that move away from him.
We all thought that.
So I was like, well, he doesn't have that in the Heartache, so he can only do the sick kick. He can't do the sick kick. What's he gonna do? Well, End of Heartache, I suppose. And Eric Young is a very small guy, so what was that for?
Looked like he was going to say something, and Tyson looked like he was going to say something, and then I was pointing to him to talk. And
oh, were you going to say something, Tyson? No, nothing. Okay,
never mind.
Good job.
This is really high quality broadcasting right here.
You can't just do things in front of my face and have me not talk about it. Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate. JR came out to announce this match. Everybody, thank God. So they booted Percy fucking Watson from the announcement booth. The match started out with some mat wrestling. Pete Dunne is extremely over with this crowd.
Yes.
As he should be, because Pete Dunne's amazing. Dunne works on the wrist for a bit, takes him to the outside, works the wrist some more. Tyler fights back, but Pete takes over and gives him a release suplex on the apron.
You mean an Xplex?
Sure, the Sexplex. Bate half and half suplexes Pete.
Xplex 360.
Bate counters a suplex into a deadlift suplex for a 2 count. There's a lot of suplexes going on in this matchup.
Yes.
Bate spins the hell out of Dunn faster than I've ever seen him do. So he did the spot where he does the I was gonna say the rack attack.
The airplane spin.
The airplane spin them extremely quickly.
Yeah, but he got some velocity on that.
Got a lot of velocity, but it was only for a 2 count because why the fuck would you win with an airplane spin? Dunn hits a massive orange crush, only to a 2 count, and the crowd goes absolutely apeshit at this point. They were super hot for this match, and I said they were hot for the first match. They were very hot for this match.
Probably the biggest.
Bate counters Pete's finisher into an awesome DDT, bumps to the outside, hits a corkscrew for a 2 count. Once again, the crowd reacted massively to this spot, and pretty much everything they've done during this match. And then they couldn't do anything wrong. Tyler Bate tries to dive to the outside, but misses him, and lands right on his fucking face. Pete brings him back into the ring and hits the bitter end for the victory. Your new UK champion.
This
Pete
match
Dunne.
was phenomenal. These guys have great chemistry together. This
Can't go wrong, man. This crowd loved it. I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
They have great chemistry, and they both fit their roles so perfectly.
Well,
These might be 2 of my favorite workers on the whole roster.
the reason why Pete Dunne's been amazing is because he hasn't broke character. He's been pissed off since he got into this company. He's still pissed off. Even as the champion, he'll remain pissed off.
He's pretty much that guy all the time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He's pretty much that guy.
Yeah.
He always is that guy. He's a dickhead. And I believe Tyson during this matchup made a clear cell joke about Pete's
I
proactive.
believe it was a
proactive.
proactive joke, yes.
So he's
Pizza
alluded to
face.
the fact that Pete needs to use more proactive, but
Hey man, as someone who also has some acne issues, it's tough sometimes, man.
Nothing says manliness and confidence like adult acne.
Yeah.
why are you talking like it's an ASMR fucking We're
like
not doing
MPI.
ASMR, yeah.
I don't know what
You're talking very softly.
Wow, this is just a shit show and a half.
Gives a shit. He's talking softly to me. What am I supposed to do? Ruby has a deep voice, and he's over here.
Are you telling me that my
Anyways,
voice is
Ruby
soothing?
Riott versus Asuka versus Nikki Cross. Ruby gets ejected from the match very, very early. Nikki and Asuka go at it a bit. Ruby is extremely over with the crowd. For some reason, Ruby Riott was very, very loved by the Chicago crowd. Asuka and Ruby fight a bit. Riott tries to bump to the outside, but gets sideswiped by Mrs. Cross.
Don't you mean Ms.? Don't assume her.
I don't assume her marriage.
Don't assume her marital status.
Her marital status.
I'm very sorry, Nikki Glenn Cross. So they showed Ember Moon watching this match from the side. By the way, she's standing sideways, like everyone else does.
I'm just gonna start watching TV like that from now on.
In full ring gear.
Just like when we go to shows, to Warped Tour, whatever show we're watching, we like to watch it sideways. That's pretty much what everyone does. And there's a giant light shining on her, and the only thing I could say to myself was, "That's what you get for breaking your own shoulder. Good job." You were gonna say something? Would you attest this, Anthony? No?
Sure.
You took a deep breath like you were gonna attest this.
No, I had nothing to say there.
Okay. I thought you took exception to my comments about Ember Moon
no.
being an idiot. Anyways, Asuka puts right in an ankle lock. Then she goes out of the ring, or she gets ejected out of the ring. Nikki picks on Ruby for a bit until Ruby fights back. Asuka and Ruby Riott work together to super kick / German suplex Nikki Cross. Riott goes for a senton, but Asuka counters into a chicken wing.
Chicken wing. I mean, no, not Marty Skrull fans here. What?
Nikki drags Asuka into the corner, gives her a hanging neck breaker. Climax of this match. So the end of this match, boy, fucking howdy, did it piss me off.
I think it pissed all of us off. It was kind of a dumb finish.
Oh my lord, I don't even know how to explain
It was
this.
dumb on everyone's account, except for Nikki, because that's all.
So Nikki was going for a fisherman suplex. Ruby
Fisherman
Riott,
neck breaker.
fisherman neck breaker. He was a fisherman. I endorsed it. Ruby hits her with an enziguri to counter. She goes for the pinfall. Asuka attempts to interrupt by bouncing off the other ropes.
Yes.
Not the one closest, the other side of the ring.
And she trips on her way in, which is, I think held it up. But Drake was also super slow counting during that. He couldn't have counted that
This
two any
finish
slower.
sucked 8 asses, bro.
And then going into the kick, Ruby Riott sees it coming, but instead of hanging on and hanging in there to just get the 3
count.
take the 3 count, win the championship, and eat the kick. You're gonna eat the kick anyway. Get the 3 count with it, but no, she gets up and still eats the 3 count, or still eats the kick.
Ruby Riott has the match won.
Yeah,
this is hers for the taking. It's all over. Okay, instead of just pinning the girl for another extra second, she goes, "Well, I've got to sell this kick."
What a loser! What a geek!
Asuka kicks her in the face. She pins both women. End of story. Nikki Cross officially on the list of idiots, along with AOP.
You mean Ruby Riott?
Who did I say? Asuka?
Nikki Cross.
Oh, Nikki Cross. Well, yeah, Nikki's okay. I guess.
Ruby Riott on the index.
No. The index is not for stupid wrestlers. That's a whole different list.
Asuka retained.
Number
Who
1 on the
saw
list.
that coming?
Number 1 on the list. Marty Scurll. Oh boy, this show was just filled with stupidity. I don't know if it's because we started really watching wrestling as of recent.
We've been really into the whole psychology and
we have been so accustomed to just watching it.
For all those who aren't watching us right now, since nobody's watching us, there's no cameras. Nick does not like the term psychology, and anytime someone brings it up,
because he's a fucking normie, man.
I don't know who Nick is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about our other friend in the room named Nick. I also meant Tyson. They both don't like.
They're both large black men.
They think ring psych is a huge cop out that's overly used all the time.
But ring psychology is the most important part of a wrestling match.
Of course it is. Way more important than the actual wrestling.
It is. It actually is.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
90% of Japan, New Japan's matches are storytelling.
Super ring sight. I totally get it.
I mean,
the work is also included.
You have to have good work and stuff for it to be a good match, but the psychology is the most important part.
Totally more important than wrestling.
And what makes you buy into the match.
Mm-hmm. You could have the shittiest match, but have the psychology. Takamichi Inoku versus Taichi.
Yes.
Literally the one match you could say.
Fuck you, Alvarez. You're really cool, though, but fuck you for saying that.
There was 0 offense in that match. 100% psychology. And actually, 95% psychology, 5% moves.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Psych over physicality, 100%. I got you. Totally agree.
Well, Nick doesn't watch New Japan. So that's
I feel like we're Randy Orton, and he's fucking the indie crowd.
He's fucking Will Ospreay. ...
dive.
No, more like ... Raw. Well, Hideo Itami versus Bobby Roode. Roode gets worked over for a bit with some chops and kicks. Tommy taunts, then gives him an old kitchen sink. Roode hits a blockbuster. Is that funny? That was a kitchen sink. Is what it's called.
I enjoyed myself, yeah.
Roode hits a blockbuster, takes over on offense. Then Bobby does some stuff, and I do just mean some stuff. He taunts, he punches. It's nothing crazy. Itami slaps the living shit out of Bobby Roode. Percy says he hit him with a Kobayashi style. He's hitting him with that Kobayashi style. Fuck this guy.
Do you mean eating a lot of hot dogs?
Which means he sliced it thin and served it raw, right? Awesome.
Why does this guy
dip it in some water?
Why does this guy work for the company? Who hired him? Why is he here? Why do we have to deal with this shit? Really? Seriously, why?
When they're always cutting big payroll around, a little later in the year, around September, they always cut payroll. Why do you have 3 broadcasters? You don't need 3. You don't need 3, and you don't need the worthless saps that are Percy Watson, Byron Saxton, and David Otunga.
I'm assuming this company has a hard-on for 3 commentators for the trio booth.
Well, they want to do it because so the play-by-play guy can call it down the middle, and then you can have the heel and babyface color guys.
Why? Why can't the guy calling it down the middle? Because since he's calling it down the middle, he can see everything that's going on. He's in favor of the face.
And at least if you're going to have 2 color guys, have them both be experienced guys. At least it works on Raw with Booker. Now that Booker T's on Raw, I actually like Booker T on Raw with Corey Graves.
He's tolerable. Let's just put it that way.
I don't mind Booker T. Sometimes he gets a little cringe, but he's way better than Otunga and Watson. And
super cringe.
Byron Saxton.
Well, Itami hits a tornado guillotine on the ropes, by the way. Never seen that in my entire life. Bobby Roode throws him, or he gets run into the turn post, hurts his shoulder, and yells, "Oh God!"
Yeah, he yelled really loud.
Very loud.
Yeah.
Roode goes for a blockbuster.
Quite a set of pipes on Bobby.
He goes for a blockbuster, misses like a fucking moron. Tommy hits a Falcon Arrow for the 2 count.
Woo!
Rude goes for the Glorious Bomb, but can't follow through because of his shoulder being hurt.
Yes.
Selling the shoulder here. Good man.
Psychology.
So, Tommy tries to do a hesitation drop kick on the steel steps, but completely misses. By a long shot, he missed this drop kick. Rude was already sitting on the other side of the ring when he hit this drop kick. Rude is seen telling the ref, "My elbow."
As he's pointing to his shoulder.
As he's pointing to his shoulder. Oh boy, the logic.
Psychology.
The logic was thrown all out in this event.
Yeah.
I don't even understand.
Maybe he just forgot the word. This is the first thing it came to
Forgot
his
where
head.
his fucking elbow is. Tommy kicked out after a glorious DDT because he... Oh, I'm sorry. Hideo went for the GTS and then Rude countered into the glorious DDT. Tommy kicked out. Then he goes for a GT... Or he goes... There were fuckers in the crowd. No, I'm sorry. He hit the fucking GTS and then Bobby got sent out. Jesus Christ. If I could read, this would make sense. Then there were, of course, some CM Punk chants.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I mean, it was to be expected. I'm surprised that it was as light as it was.
But there was a contingency going, boo.
There are people starting to catch on. The vocal minority is now becoming the vocal majority.
This is amazing. For all the people out there,
down those shitty CM Punk chants.
for the people in Chicago who did this, thank you. You are doing the Lord's work. Because
Yes.
these fucking people need to be eradicated from the earth.
They need to be deleted.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
There were fuckers in this crowd that were doing this fucking chant, but like I just said, thankfully they got booed down. And Tommy tries to hit another GTS. Bobby Roode counters into his DDT. Then another one to make sure the fucker didn't get back up. For the victory, Bobby Roode, still your NXT World Heavyweight Champion of the United States and the globe. So good on him. And after
But not
this,
the universe, though.
Nope, not the universe. Afterwards, me and Tyson, well, all three of us actually, me and Anthony were ganging up on Tyson because he was debating the stupidity of all these matches because they were so very much. You could see what was coming from a mile away here, but this was all very not.
I mean, as far as
Interesting.
predictability, outside of maybe the UK match, it was pretty predictable.
All right, here's the thing. This match was between two guys with two totally different styles of work. Okay? Not the same. Bobby Roode is more of a character, not much of a moveset. Tommy, more move, less character. But this match was very poorly built.
Yeah, it didn't have a good build. It didn't.
Very uninteresting to get into.
It never felt like a main event. I mean, I know it wasn't the main event, but it never felt like.
Here's the thing. And this
big
is
title fight.
just my opinion, very very tiny opinion. Okay, if you would have just given me vignettes of a Tommy working out, kind of like fucking I don't know, being in an empty ass ring at some fucking weird ass place, working out, trying to get back into shape to get into this match because it's like I've been out a while.
Yeah,
I've
build
been
sympathy for him. Like show him working hard, like trying to get back.
I've been hurt a long time. I have literally not wrestled at all in this promotion, and I'm trying to go after the World Championship.
Yeah. But instead, they thought it'd be a good idea for the babyface guy to pull off some like heel tactics against the heel champion. Like,
Not only that, they thought it was a good idea for them to show us a bunch of fucking scenes of him being relevant.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
2.5 years.
Two and a half years ago, they said, by the way, everybody, if you're wondering who this fucker is, he was very cool.
Yeah, he was some dude we signed when we signed a bunch of big guys 3 years ago.
So he's on the payroll, everybody. So we need you to like him, but that was not the case. They should have. The bill was terrible. But here's the thing: we could go about this forever and ever and ever. But the Triple H's roster has been dwindled down because of these signings, the call-ups, and everything going on.
It's not even really the roster. It's just
Well, they lost one of their writers too. No.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, they lost one of their writers. The writer that went to SmackDown.
SmackDown that got replaced by Road Dogg.
Yes.
But it's not even the roster's bad. The roster's actually pretty solid on paper, but the storylines,
The storytelling is just
for the most
weird.
part, just lacks so much substance.
I mean, when you're on the road all the time, you got to tape stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff's out of date. You know, it's very difficult to think of anything entertaining.
Yeah.
So,
They need to hit the reset button on NXT and just
well, they're signing a bunch of women. The women's tournament's coming up.
Yeah.
I suppose. But I guess
But I mean, that still only helps
the women's
one division. That helps one part of the story.
Final match on this card. I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm going to have to. DIY versus the Authors of Pain. So, the beginning of this match, I wrote Jim Rome. It's Mike Rome.
Rome is burning.
I made a joke about Jim Rome. I wrote it down because I'm an idiot. The beginning of this match, he goes, "It is a ladder match. There will be no pinfalls, no disqualification." Well, no shit. It's a ladder match. It's kind of how all of them go. DIY takes the Authors to the outside. They brawl a little bit in the beginning. They seek the massive ladder on the ramp, because this wouldn't be a ladder match if there was a gigantic ladder to go after. Gargano suicide dives to the outside. There's a spot where Razor, I could be wrong about this, maybe it was Akam. I don't remember which one was which at this point. Don't think it really matters.
Who cares?
They're interchangeable. Sets up the ladder and holds it so the other guy can climb it. This was the spot that got me pissed off. So one of these fuckers is holding a ladder so the other one can climb.
Spots, because this happened numerous times in the match.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the gentlemen that is large were climbing the ladder to go after the belts. And he goes, "Yeah, go ahead. I'll just hold this down. You know, you're a large man.
Yep.
Let me assist you."
Even though it's like a fold-out ladder that you don't need someone to hold it for you, that he could, maybe take care of the other two guys that are in the ring.
DIY at this point is dead. They're on the fucking mat. They're unresponsive. This is the easiest win in the world.
Yeah.
However, Akam or Razor, whichever one it is.
Yep. Generic large Mediterranean guy won.
One of the guys is going up the ladder and he's like, "Should I continue climbing this?"
Yeah, he just got put on half
I am
speed.
not entirely sure about this idea. He looks at Paul. Paul's like, "Go for it." The other guy's like, "Yeah, do it." This looks so fucking dumb on TV.
Yeah.
It's a guy who's very much afraid of ladders, okay?
The only way that the slow climb works is if they're hurt. If they have some sort
If they're selling injuries,
selling an injury. If they're not hurt, if they've been overpowering in the match, it doesn't make sense. It just looks stupid.
And immediately after this, well, not immediately, but a little ways after this spot, once again, it happened again. Both men were going up the ladder, and as Anthony alluded to, DIY dead. Both men go up and they go, "Well, we should stop climbing and beat them some more."
Yeah.
They can't move.
Because instead of taking the easy win,
no, we gotta beat them up some more.
yes, there was what match did it happen in? That there was an almost count out that early in the show. Was it the Roddy match? Was it the Roddy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
This happened quite a bit.
Yeah. And then there was a fucking Liger match from
The Liger match.
Yeah.
Oh, that Liger match was very stupid.
16 count. He's outside the ring and he runs out of the ring to pull him in. The count out win would move you or help you get the 2 points in the tournament. Take the count out. Climb the ladder. Fuck.
Oh my god, wrestlers are so stupid.
They are just the worst.
Oh boy. AOP finds another ladder that's 20 feet. They looked for another ladder.
They pulled out 2 more fucking ladders when there's a ladder in the ring.
There's like 4 fucking ladders.
They didn't need another
all
ladder.
over the place. No, they had to have another 20-foot ladder on the ring. This wasn't complete until they had at least 8 ladders in this ring. Oh my god, the more I think about this, the more this match did not pan out as much as I wanted it to.
I understand we're supposed to be worked and there's supposed to be drama.
No.
And entertainment.
It's hard.
But there's got to be a better way than that.
Like I said in the beginning of this fucking show, the older I get, the more ladder matches just suck for me. I just can't buy any of this fucking shit.
It's like Jeff Hardy
all.
on the top of the ladder against the Dudley Boys.
Should have just not on top of the ladder, top of the cage.
The cage, yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
Cage.
Yeah.
Yes, 2001 Survivor Series, he could have got down and won the tag titles, but he was so worked up on getting that swanton bomb that he fucking crashed and burned. That fucking spot sucked too. All these fucking spots suck ass. So the crowd chanted for tables. I don't know why.
Why? Why in a ladder match would you chant for tables? Fucking, oh man.
Boy, Chicago.
Jeez.
Chicago, Illinois, baby. So DIY
Bunch of fucking marks.
have both AOP members on ladders, laid out over ladders that are leaning up against some barricades, or spread out over barricades, I suppose, from the steel steps. They climb the ladder, the big ladder in the middle, and both of them hit splashes on both of these large men.
But both of them?
Yes.
Are you sure they both hit it?
Johnny Gargano did not.
Well, he grazed him.
Barely.
Yeah.
He
This
got about 25%.
He tumbled to his death with this leap. Okay, Gargano got all of his AOP. Member, the whole thing. It broke.
You mean Tommaso?
What?
You said Gargano. You mean
Why are you talking softly?
I don't know what you mean.
God damn it!
But Tommaso got all of his guy.
All right, Tommaso did the job well. Johnny completely overshot the gentleman and landed his neck on the fucking floor. This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. He overshot it like hell. Dude's like,
I think you're overselling how dumb it is. I think you've seen dumber things in your life.
What an a-hole.
Well, this actually was like the second dumbest thing DIY did in this match. AOP's done more.
It didn't look great, but I mean, you're jumping off a ladder.
Johnny Gargano almost fucking killed himself with this spot because he couldn't land on a fucking 300-pound gentleman laying on some ladders. So they all fall. They got him back in the ring. They all fought on top of the ladders. Everyone falls to the mat, and Johnny Gargano is the only one left.
The whole shebang.
He could go for it. Here's the big win for DIY, and Johnny's gonna do it, baby. Here it comes. And boy, what do you know? He takes a year and a half to climb this fucking ladder.
But at least that makes a little bit of sense because they had already.
No,
killed
it doesn't,
themselves
because he
outside
had
of
his hands on the belt. All you had to do was unstrap
That's
the fucking
true, yeah,
thing,
that's right, yeah.
and he won the match. However, here comes Paul fucking Ellering, and he goes, "Not on my fucking watch." Throws the fucking ladder over. Paul gets involved, and this is the fucking best spot. There's dumb shit in this match. This was, for me, the funniest goddamn thing I saw. Johnny gets knocked off the ladder, and he's just so befuddled. He goes, "What are you doing, Paul?" And he's standing there confused. He didn't attack this gentleman right away. He didn't get mad. He just went, "Oh, what?"
Well, he's an older defenseless man. He's not part of the match. You don't want to hurt him.
Johnny Gargano was literally so close to a fucking championship victory on a fucking takeover event, and his biggest moment ruined by an older man, and he just went, "Oh, come on, Paul, give me a break." Oh my god, this looks so stupid on TV. Oh my god, I don't even want to continue anymore.
Well, we're almost at the end. We're almost there.
So Razor tries to grab the belts, and Tommaso, I think it was Razor. I don't know about the other one going up for the belt.
You never know which one's which. Just say.
Tommaso, no, this was Razor. Razor was the bigger one. Razor's the bigger one, and Akam's the smaller guy. Tommaso goes up, and then German suplexes his ass off of the fucking ladder. Completely shatters. I've never seen a fucking ladder get shattered, but it got shattered. And then DIY hit their knee super kick combo.
Meeting in the middle.
Whatever.
I just saw that on Wikipedia. That's the actual name of the move.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wondered what that was.
Yeah.
With Akam, who has a ladder. His head is in the middle section on the ladder here.
So, two guys running into the ladder, hitting it at the same time. That's not going to do anything. If they're hitting at the same time, you're not going to push the ladder in either direction. The guy's head's going to be fine. Akam was they're really just hurting themselves. It was Akam that was in it?
Yeah, Akam.
Akam was the safest guy in the ring at that point.
Not even that. Not even that. I'm glad you brought that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that in your mind. However, my gripe with this spot was, well, Johnny Gargano did a super kick. What did Tommaso Ciampa do? He kneed the fucking ladder.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
How retarded do you have to be to knee a ladder when the guy in the middle is getting nothing? He's not getting hurt by this move whatsoever. And Gargano's immediately seen going, "My fucking knee hurts." Well, shit.
Probably more your shit. It was probably more like
Yeah.
shin area that made contact.
Part of his body was hurt by this move, and it made no sense.
Probably somewhere below the patella.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Doctor.
Did you stay at a Holiday Inn last night?
Dr. Lude.
I watched Grey's Anatomy.
Dr. Touloud?
I also stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night. So.
DIY literally.
Nice.
So they DIY climb the ladders after they knock out both gentlemen. They are literally touching the belts, and I do mean literally. All they have to do is just unstrap the fucking belts and win the match. But they just kind of touch the belts and go, "Well, these look great. These look great, don't they? They look nice up here. I would hate to ruin this fixture."
What?
So then, what do you know? AOP just kind of go, "Oops, sorry, gonna trip that from under you." Ladder goes away. Both men are left hanging.
Pull the belts down and fall to the ground.
Pull the belts down.
You're going to take a hard bump regardless.
I would gladly take a fucking powerbomb collider, whatever that spot is called.
Super collider.
Super collider. But I've got the belts in my fucking hand.
Yeah.
We won the match.
Another match. Eat the bump or the kick to take the victory, to take the titles. Or title in Ruby Riot's case.
However,
Fucking retards.
they did not do this. They just kind of go, well, fuck the belts. I'd rather take this bump.
Forgive me, I should have said retards on the That's very insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
Thank you for clearing that up. So they do the super collider. They die. And AOP sprint up the ladder.
Yes.
I've never seen two
Hyper
large
speed.
men go up the ladder as fast as humanly possible.
They were saving their leg stamina till the moment the match. I'm
glad they didn't use their special ability until the very end.
Dude, they kept spamming taunt, so.
So AOP win this match, and boy, fucking howdy. I thought it was bad, but now that we talked about it again, this has got to be the worst match on this show. And the worst takeover match I've seen in quite a while. Well, at the end of this, they, you could kind of tell what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Yeah.
You just fucking felt it.
The rumors were out there, but like you could see, like they were holding the cameras on them for extra long.
I didn't think they were going to get all the way to the ramp. I thought they were going to do it in the ring. Yeah. But they took it all the way to the ramp. DIY just kind of like hugging it out. The crowd's going, oh, thank you. Thank you for being fucking great in this match. And what do you know? Tommaso Ciampa just throws Mr. Gargano into the fucking LED, beats on him, fucking knees him in the face. Oh, what do you know? It actually hurt him.
Yeah.
Because he used his knee, and that was our fucking ladder. Then he gave him the, what is it, white noise? Or he has a name for that move?
I don't know. It was the white noise. I thought it was a Project Champ, but that's
thought it was a white noise. Gave a white noise on some random red tables next to the announcement booth. I don't know why. What was it, Tyson? They were playing. The refs were playing. They were playing beer pong after this event.
I believe it was a beer pong tournament. Yeah.
It's a beer pong tournament between Drake and the other refs.
Yeah, it's run by Drake and Kyoto. They run the referee beer pong.
Thanks to the tables being broken, now it is only single. What is a single round elimination?
Single limb. No more round robin.
No more round robin. Thank you, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, they got to run through this. Not enough tables, not enough time.
So basically, this match went on last, so Ciampa could turn on Gargano. So there goes another tag team, and we have just gained 2 singles competitors.
Well, now they're just making room for our boys Heavy Machinery to get in there.
Damn straight, stakes and weights, baby.
Hey.
2 guys that I could get behind. And you know what? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really wanted to see Heavy Machinery in this match rather than DIY.
Well, we're gonna see it at Takeover Brooklyn,
Yes.
which I'm pretty sure will be the next
Yes, we will. Can't wait for Heavy Machinery to finally be on the big stage against the dumbest tag team on the face of the earth, AOP.
Hey, man, they still won, so
They still won.
I guess no matter how
against
dumb
some
they are.
guys that are equally stupid. Well, that is all we have, guys. NXT Takeover was good until the fucking end.
It was. I mean, for low expectations, not a great build. It was all right.
The match that
was entertaining.
The match that occurred before the big heel turn by Ciampa was fucking shite. But the turn itself was all right because it was coming and we should have seen it, and it needs to happen because Johnny Gargano's a phenomenal singles. These guys are both really good singles guys, and it's about time that they.
I really want to see a more sadistic, a more
Tommaso Ciampa?
psycho.
So you heard
Tommaso Ciampa.
Do you think he's gonna stalk Johnny Gargano's wife? Find their address.
Sure, I hope so.
Take pictures of her in the shower.
Pretty sure he already knows where they live. I'm pretty sure I just saw a picture of them on Instagram where they were watching.
He's the fucking
at their
third
house.
wheel.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about this Ciampa Gargano? Oh, they're gonna do great together because they're both really
Ciampa
good singles
Gargano are
guys.
great. I don't see this going poorly.
I don't think it will either. But makes room for our buddies, Heavy Machinery.
Got any input, Tyson? On the
Tyson, you're right over there.
They know each other very well, so it should make.
Can you speak an octave higher? I can't.
It should make for an interesting feud.
Thank you. So Percy Watson said what he thought, and that's it, everybody. We're NXT Takeover. Everything was fine. All the matches except for the last one were fine. The logic, shit, complete shit. The logic was terrible. The finish for fucking Asuka and the other girls was shit. This match, the finish for this was the logic was terrible once again. But overall, not a bad show. Great stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just the psychology was off tonight.
That ring psych though.
Well, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow for Backlash. And
Don't forget to download our stuff at falconhour.podbean.com and go to our Facebook page, facebook.falconhourcast.
Yes.
.com.
Facebook.com/FalconHourCast.
Hit up our YouTube channel. Type in Falcon Arrow. We got to get our own custom
We're not
URL.
going to get a custom URL because unless you have a certain amount of views, you don't get a custom URL. So unless you want to...
Hopefully one of these days we'll get over that.
YouTube.com/gibberish. Look for us there. But that's all the time we got. We'll see you guys for tomorrow at Backlash. Take care, everybody.